On Sunday, Venezuelan opposition leader Maria Corina Machado won the Nobel Peace Prize for her tireless work promoting democracy in Venezuela. Many people were caught off guard as she wasn't expected to win, except three traders who made more than $90,000 betting on her victory. I'm Grant with Phrasal Verb News, the show where you learn real English through real stories and walk away with something interesting to talk about with your colleagues. First, I'll break down the story, then explain the phrasal verbs with examples, y también les voy a dar una breve explicación en español para que todo quede más claro. Let's get started. So, how do you even bet on a Nobel Prize winner? Well, in a betting market, of course. It's kind of like an online casino, but instead of betting on sports or playing cards, you bet on real world events like elections, awards, or even the weather. And instead of betting against the house, you're betting against other users. Here's how it works. If lots of people bet on one outcome, the payoff goes down. And if the market thinks something's unlikely, then the potential profit is much higher. And that's exactly what happened on Polymarket, a cryptocurrency-based prediction site. Just hours before the Nobel announcement, three accounts suddenly placed huge bets on Machado, which drove up the odds and payoff of her winning from 3% to over 70% in a matter of hours. When she actually won, those traders cashed in, walking away with tens of thousands of dollars in profit. And the problem? Well, it's quite obvious. The person placing the bets more than likely had access to inside information that no one else knew about, thus making it unethical and potentially illegal. Now, the Nobel Institute has launched an investigation suspecting a possible leak or even espionage, spying. When asked, Polymarket said insider trading on the platform isn't technically illegal because it operates in what experts call a regulatory gray area. But this scandal has brought to light a bigger issue. When betting is involved and lots of money is at stake, even the world's most prestigious institutions can become part of the game or part of the scandal. So, what do you think? Let's go over the vocab. As always, I'll explain what they mean, give examples in story and business, and then ask you a quick question so you can think about how to use the word right away. First, we have caught off guard. This means to be surprised by something unexpected. For example, many people were caught off guard when three traders correctly predicted the Nobel Peace Prize winner. The CEO was caught off guard by the sudden drop in sales. En español es como tomar por sorpresa. Por ejemplo, nos tomó por sorpresa la decisión del cliente. End question. When was the last time you were caught off guard at work? Next, we have drive something up. This means to increase something quickly, often prices, costs, or numbers. For example, last-minute bets on Machado drove up her odds of winning from 3% to over 70%. Strong demand drove up housing prices across the city. En español es aumentar o hacer subir. Por ejemplo, la escasez de productos hizo subir los precios. And the question, what's something that has driven up costs in your industry recently? Next, we have cash in. This means to profit from a situation, sometimes in an opportunistic or slightly unethical way. For example, the traders cashed in by betting before the official announcement. Companies are cashing in on the AI boom by launching new AI products. En español, es como aprovechar una oportunidad para ganar dinero. La empresa aprovechó la oportunidad y lanzó un nuevo producto. And the question, do you think it's wrong to cash in on a risky opportunity if it's in a legal gray area? Next, we have bring to light. This means to reveal or expose something that was hidden. For example, the scandal brought to light major security issues at the Nobel Institute. The audit brought to light several accounting errors. En español es como sacar a la luz o revelar. Por ejemplo, la investigación sacó a la luz irregularidades en la empresa. And question, can you think of a recent scandal that brought something to light? Lastly, we have gray area. This is a situation that isn't clearly legal or illegal. It kind of falls between the rules. For example, Polymarket operates in a regulatory gray area, where insider trading isn't technically illegal. Many crypto companies operate in legal gray areas due to outdated regulations. En español es como zona gris. Por ejemplo, el uso de esa información está en una zona gris. And a question, can you think of a gray area in your profession where the rules aren't totally clear? To wrap up, the Nobel Peace Prize story caught everyone off guard, but a few lucky traders managed to cash in after betting big and driving up the odds of a surprise win. Now that it's been brought to light, authorities are realizing how big that gray area really is between legal innovation and insider advantage. I'm Grant with Phrasal Verb News, where you learn real English through real stories. See you next time with more idioms, more phrasal verbs, and more world news in plain English.